going on, everyone? So Dalton Knecht is expected to have an immediate impact on this Lakers roster this upcoming season. Obviously, he's a rookie. He was a guy that no one expected to fall as far as he did to the Lakers at 17. I mean, the Lakers didn't even work out Dalton Knecht because nobody thought that he was going to be that far. I mean, he was projected as high as like top 5 in this draft. And he was looked at as a guy that could make a big difference, particularly on a contending team. And for him to kind of fall where he did, the Lakers really kind of got that gem, kind of got the, sort of big impact guy in the draft. Him and Zach Edey are looked at as the two guys that could potentially come in and win Rookie of the Year outright. Question with Dalton Knecht is just, where does he slot in? How many minutes does he get? And what kind of opportunity does he get, right? Because that dictates where he's going to kind of fall as far as impact, right? Big difference between if you're playing 25, 30 minutes a game or you're playing 10 or 15 minutes a game. Big difference if you're getting, 12 field goal attempts per game or you're getting 3 field goal attempts per game, right? So depending on the actual role that he sees this upcoming season, I do think will kind of dictate where he falls as far as like big impact. But what I want to do is I want to kind of explore best case scenario. Let's assume he gets 30 plus minutes a game. Say he gets 30 to 36 minutes a game, right? And he actually is a guy, particularly in the regular season, right? Because you got to imagine that, especially if he's good and is good enough to have an impact right away, Lakers will probably lean kind of on the young guys a little bit more, right? If you can try to keep the veteran guys minutes down a little bit, right? Kind of ride the backs of the young guys, the Max Christies, the Dalton Knechts, the young Bucks, right? Why not go that route? So let's, again, just kind of have a fun conversation about where do we think Dalton Knecht biggest impact could be, right? Want to kind of talk where I think middle ground is, a best case scenario, and of course I want to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. So let's dive into some potential comparisons, again, just fun explorations. Now, I've seen people talk about him potentially being like a Tyler Hero type. To me, I think that's a little unlikely out the gate as a rookie. Now look, I'm not going to put a cap on Dalton Knecht, right? You never know, but you're talking about a guy that is looked at as one of the premier scorers, especially when he's on and he's hot. This is a guy who go get you 40. I mean, he's had 40-point games. Like, this is a guy that can really go be a bucket getter, shoots three, shoot basically from anywhere on the basketball court. Now, Dalton Knecht does have the skill sets, right? You've seen Dalton Knecht in college as well as in summer league. Come in, be able to knock down from the mid-range, be able to get to the basket, be able to shoot the 3-ball, shoot on the move, shoot over the top. Like, as far as like the versatility on the offensive floor, yes, I can see that. But rookie season right out the gate, that I think is a little bit of a stretch. Dalton Knecht is bigger, right? So he's got the size on Tyler Hero, so it is a possibility. If Dalton Knecht is even close to Tyler Hero, talking about a guy that go get you 20 plus on a nightly basis, a guy that averages 20, that has some pretty good splits, right? Then Lakers might be excellent, right? Lakers might actually be in that top 3 range this upcoming season. May end up being a contender, right? If Dalton Knecht could be a Tyler Hero-esque this season, then watch out. But again, I think that is a little bit of a stretch, right? Again, you never know, right? Like, I don't want to put a cap on Dalton Knecht, but I think realistically, I could see him, best case scenario, being like a poor man's Gordon Hayward right out the gate. Because one of the things that Dalton Knecht really showed that I was really impressed with was his playmaking ability. Now, I wouldn't call him a playmaker, but he definitely showed his ability to kind of push the ball, get the look-ahead pass, as well as, run the pick and roll, run the basics, right? Like, think of like an Austin Reeves and like what Austin Reeves can do, right? Dalton Knecht showed he could do that in Summer League. Now, again, Summer League and actual NBA are two very different things, but I do think you could see, Dalton Knecht kind of be like, maybe like a year 2 Gordon Hayward, right? Where Gordon Hayward year 2 was 12 points, 3.5 rebounds, 3 assists with a steal, and we'll be nice and round up and call it a block. And he played 30 minutes per game. He shot 35% from three-point range, which hopefully Knecht shoots a better percentage, but he shot just a hair under 50% from the field with a 50% EFG. I could see him in that best case scenario. I think he could be like year 3 Gordon Hayward, where he was basically a 14-4-4 guy, shot 41.5% from three-point range. Now, again, not saying that he'll shoot 41.5%, but if Dalton Knecht shoot 38% from three, right, on like 4 attempts, shoot 50% from the floor, right, if he could be a 14-4-4 guy, 14-5-5 guy, somewhere in that ballpark, and kind of that Swiss Army knife type player. Again, I'm not saying that I'm not talking about prime Gordon Hayward, where prime Gordon Hayward was basically a 25-5-5 guy, right? You look at Gordon Hayward in like his 5th year, I think was the year that he really like emerged and kind of became that guy, like Utah's Gordon Hayward, where he's giving you, 20 to 21, 5-5 on any given night and could just go off and explode for 30 on any time, just be that Swiss Army knife. That's what I could kind of see Dalton Knecht being, right? That guy that can just do a little bit of everything. He'll rebound a little bit, make the occasional pass, make the occasional play, shoot and score from basically all 3 levels, just like Gordon Hayward could do at that time. Again, not comparing him to like prime Gordon Hayward, not saying Dalton Knecht's going to be a 25-5 guy, but I mean, his over-under, for example, this season is 9.5. So to think he can't be 12-4-4 like Gordon Hayward was in year 2, I think is a little silly, right? I mean, if again, Vegas even thinks that Dalton Knecht is going to be a 10-4-4 guy. So why is it far-fetched to think that he can't score one more point to secure the over on that, right? So to me, if he could be that would be huge for the Lakers to just have that Swiss Army knife type guy. And they're very similar in size and just I think Dalton Knecht is a little more athletic personally. But kind of the last kind of thought that comes to mind that I've seen people thrown out as well, that I actually do kind of get is a Bogdanovich, right? Like a more athletic Bogdanovich. And I actually think that that's a really good comparison. Now, Bogdanovich is a guy that will get you 18 a game. I don't think that. And I definitely don't think he's Olympic Bogdanovich, because Olympic Bogdanovich is like prime Klay Thompson, right? So I don't think he's that. But in all seriousness, right, like the idea of that versatile, can score at all 3 levels. Bogdan can do that. He can knock down the mid-range. He can score, hit the 3, obviously, with some efficiency. I do like the Bogdan comparison, right? Like, and to be honest, like, would Bogdan average 18 on the Lakers? Probably not. Right? Like, I think if Bogdan was on the Lakers, he'd probably be a 12 to maybe 14 a game guy, right? Because he's not going to play as big of a role. So I do think that Dalton Knecht kind of being that Bogdanovich type of player where he's basically just kind of slotted in as that, kind of multi-scorer. You can put him in different actions. But because Dalton Knecht is more athletic, right, you can run him as like, the pick and roll guy. You can run him as just a slasher towards the basket. He has the size and athleticism. Hopefully he'll be better defensively than a Bogdanovich. But again, like, his projections this season are double digits. So to think that he can't, if he is double digit scorer, right, then he's probably going to be, I don't think he's going to be right at that 10, maybe, but I think he'll probably be, 12 to 14 range. Probably give you, say, 2 threes a game, maybe 3, but probably 2 threes a game. Probably give you, a couple like baskets here and there, maybe 2 or 3 baskets. And then, maybe a free throw or 2, and then there's your 13, 14 points. I could see somewhere in that ballpark. Obviously it'd be an average. I'm sure some games he'll have, 7. In some games, he might have 18, right? But at the end of the day, again, it boils down to his role, his usage, how many minutes he gets, right? How is he used and utilized, right? Again, I think the absolute ceiling is Tyler Hero. Now, look, 4 years from now, 3 years from now, could he be Tyler Hero? Sure. Yeah, he might even be better, right? Like, because he's bigger. So again, Dalton Knecht, I think the ceiling, the sky's the limit for him because he is very athletic. He was one of the most athletic guys in the entire draft class this season. And his ability that he's shown to be a legit 3-level scorer as well as make plays. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if, like I said, 3-4 years from now, once the LeBrons and everybody, and we're kind of going into the next wave of guys, and Dalton Knecht actually gets a huge role, maybe he's our starting 2 or whatever, then yeah, I could see him, maybe being a 25-5 guy, right? Then I could see him maybe being, a prime Gordon Hayward type guy, right? But I'm talking about specifically right now. I could see him, I think, like year 2, Gordon Hayward, 12, 4-4, right? Maybe 12-5-5, but like somewhere in that ballpark, 12-3-3. So let's say, 12 points, 3 to 5 rebounds, 3 to 5 assists, I think is probably the most realistic option for Dalton Knecht. But again, just a little fun conversation. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions, so let me know down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? What are your kind of projections for Dalton Knecht this upcoming season? What comparison, like what player would you compare him to? Is there another guy that kind of comes to mind that you think of that you're like, oh, like Dalton Knecht could be that this year? I'm not talking about long term. Sky's the limit. I mean, this dude could be a prime Klay. No, who knows, right? Like, maybe not as good of a shooter, but like a legit 3-and-D forward that's just doing everything, right? Like, that's not out of the realm of possibility. I think a prime Gordon Hayward is actually a really good example, right? Like, could play defense, could defend essentially 1 through 4, do everything for you. You need him to go get you 10 assists, to get you 10 assists. You need him to get you 10 rebounds, go get you 10 rebounds. You need him to get you 30 on any given night, go get you 30 on any given night, right? Like, prime Gordon Hayward was tough, man. Like, tough. Like, Utah, and like right before he went to Boston and got hurt, like that Gordon Hayward was, again, he was 25-5 guy. So if Dalton Knecht, I think, could potentially be that later on down the road. But this season specifically is what I'm getting at. Anyway, again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.